This tutorial is going to run you through a quick demo quote. We're going to go from start to finish here. So your customer drops off a set of plans, and the first thing you're going to want to do is, if there is a roof, you're going to break down the roof layout into sections based on span, and you'll open up your TrussWise and you'll land on the project info page. Immediately you'll start putting in your customer's information. If you don't already have them, you can add them here. You're going to assign a quote number, add a job tag, add any notes, add an estimator. You can put in a delivery zone if you have this set, your bearing information, overhang information, and all your loading information. Now for this demo, I'll only be doing a roof, so I'm going to go right to Roof Estimator. And next, like I said, we'll break down our roof into sections based on span. This is already broken down for us so we can all see it together. But this is section 1, and it has a span of 30 feet for a run of 50 feet. So put in our span, put in our run, and then we're going to add the slope. The slope on this one was a 612. Put in our heel type. I'll keep it at standard for this. And then we can add our end conditions. This has 2 hip ends, so we'll go to hip, hip, and then we have to put the end slope for the hip, and that these were a 612. We'll hit add, then we see if there's anything that is different than a common truss. We already got the hip ends, but it looks like there's also going to be tray ceiling trusses for 10 feet of the 50-foot run. So we'll go down to modify. We'll pick that modifier, so tray ceiling, and we'll add for how far of the run that modifier is. This was 10 feet. We'll hit the add button. There we go. Now we check to make sure we don't have anything else on this section. Looks good. So now we're going to go to the next section. We'll hit this plus button up here to add a new section, and we'll start entering that information. Section 2 has a span of 20 feet for a run of 20 feet, pitch of 1212, cathedral ceiling. We'll add our span, we'll add our run, we'll add our slope, keep the heel type standard, and we'll go into our end conditions. This one has a gable on one end and a valley set on the other. That end one's a gable, end two is a valley, and it had a underslope of 612. We'll add that, and then we'll hit the plus button here. Now, the only other modifier in this one was it's a cathedral. So we're going to find the correct modifier. Go to modify, find scissor for the cathedral ceiling, and all those trusses were scissor trusses. So we'll put it for 100% in the run, which is 20 feet. Hit the plus button. There we go. And that completes section 2. So we'll move on to section 3. Section 3 is this little one down here. It has a span of 12 feet, a run of 6 feet, a pitch of 612, has one girder and one gable. So I'll hit the plus icon to get to section 3. Scroll down. We had a span of 12 feet, I believe. Let me check. Yep. A run of 6 feet, pitch of 612. Field type we'll leave at standard. And we'll put in our end conditions. We had a gable on one end, and then let me double check this. Yep, it's a valley and a girder on the other end. So we can do that here. We can do valley plus girder and put in our underslope for the valley and then our tie-in length for the girder. Or we can just do one of these or none of them. We could do just a valley here and do the girder down here. Or we could do just the girder here and the valley down here. Or we could do neither and do them both down here. But for this, I'll just do the valley plus girder, do the underslope of 612, and the girder tie-in length was a 30 feet. I'll hit the plus icon that adds that in, And now that completes that section, so I'll continue on to the last section, section 4 down here. Span of 24 feet, a run of 30 feet with a pitch of 12-12. They are all attic trusses, and we have 2 gables. So I'll hit the plus icon, scroll down to section 4, and grab the spans again. The span of 24 feet, run of 30 feet. Span of 24, run of 30 feet. Pitch 12-12. We'll leave the heel type standard. And we had a gable on each end, so I'll add in my end conditions. I'll hit the plus icon. For modifiers, we had all attic trusses. So for the entire run, which is 30 feet, we have attic trusses. I add that in, hit the plus icon. See here, 100% of the run is attic trusses. Now another check here is we get some information right here. It tells us our truss height. It tells us the number of trusses and any gables that we have. This is a good indicator if you don't ship trusses higher than a certain height that you might need to start adding piggybacks. And for this, we'll just say this company only ships trusses that are 10 feet high. So after that, they need to add piggybacks. So they'll go to modifier and they'll find piggyback. And for the entire run, these trusses need to be piggybacked. We hit the add button. 100% of the run is piggybacked. Now we'll just double check. That completes this roof layout. And we can hit save quote. We'll scroll up. And then we can print this. And we can send it to our customer. Or we can add it to any file that we need to. That completes this tutorial. Thank you.